We have another major development tonight in the breaking news we've been following through the afternoon, and that was that they did have an arrest warrant for the person of interest in the shootings at Brown University. Later, we learned that there is at least an investigation into a connection for the MIT professor killed in Brookline, and now a search in Salem, New Hampshire.
Yeah, they launched this manhunt hours ago. This was clearly a huge police response. And from the air, we've been able to see how many police officers are in this area around Salem, New Hampshire, and more specifically around the vehicle that you see on your screen right there. I want to bring in our chief investigator, Cheryl Fiandaca, as we look at these pictures. Cheryl, I know that you've been talking with sources all afternoon and all evening. What can you tell us?
Well, it looks like, as you said, the area right here in Salem, New Hampshire, this is where most of the activity is being concentrated. If when Sky pulled out earlier, you could see the jackets, on the back of the jackets, it said Providence Police. So it's very clearly an investigation that is linked to the Brown University shooting and the shooting of the MIT professor. You can see this is a storage facility. The storage facility is open to folks that use it until 10 o'clock at night, and in some cases I think it's open 24/7 for others who have different levels of service at this place. So there may be some activity there based on that. It's unclear exactly what they're looking at and for, but it doesn't look like there's a lot of urgency.
Yeah. You may be wondering, how would we get to this point? We did report earlier that there was a rental vehicle that, according to sources, was spotted near the Brookline home of the professor who was murdered there, and that perhaps that was the car they were looking for. What you're looking at right now, and we just mentioned moments ago that this is a storage unit, extra space storage on Hampshire Street in Salem. Just to give you a perspective of where that is, it's directly off of Route 93, like right off the highway. If you remember where the old Rockingham Mall is, where Tuscan Village is, it's very close to that area. And as Cheryl mentioned, a lot of police, a lot of FBI all around this building, but as you mentioned, Cheryl, not in a hurry to run inside. We haven't seen anything about anyone taken into custody. They're just sort of standing there, but obviously there's something happening inside that building.
Yes, and as the helicopter shot pans out, widens out there, you can see just how many police officers are in that area. I was asking you a second ago, Cheryl, can't they just go in there? Not necessarily, although they have an arrest warrant for an individual. What we don't know is whether they have a search warrant.
Right, exactly. And, all of that has to come into play because they don't really know what they're dealing with. So at this point, obviously, they're being very cautious about what they're doing and what they've found here, if anything.
Our reporter, Aaron Parsegian, was on the ground there just outside of the building. They're actually moving him away from the building. We don't know what to take from that, only that they are now sort of expanding the area that they are overseeing outside of this storage unit. And we were just talking off the air, Cheryl, that oftentimes if there is a situation that they deem, excuse me, to be dangerous, they would be alerting the public, stay away from this area, telling news crews to get away. That hasn't been the case. It's just this sort of steady sort of crowd of law enforcement arriving and trying to look at that car that's right there.
Excellent. Well, let's go live to Aaron Parsegian now. Aaron, we understand they just moved you back a bit.
Yeah, very active scene here. They actually told us to move down. They want to keep us as safe as possible. Still limited information about what exactly they're doing here. We do know, as CBS News has reported from sources, that this manhunt for the Brown University shooting suspect has expanded to multiple states. We're right over the border here in New Hampshire, and you can see behind me they have actually closed down this road that is right near this storage unit. On scene, we've seen police from several departments, including Providence Police, Rhode Island State Police just showed up. I've also seen U.S. federal marshals here, so this is clearly a very active situation that we're working to learn more about. But you can see these cops all huddled here outside of this storage unit. Several squad cars, more people pulling back, and as you mentioned, they actually moved us further down the road. We were right outside there, seeing them look at some of the vehicles there. And we're, of course, working to learn more about what exactly the extent of they're doing in this investigation. We'll bring you that as soon as we get it.
Stay there for us. I know you will. If we have the ability to take the helicopter shot, I'm not entirely sure that we do. Right behind Aaron's shot there a second ago, we seem to see slightly more urgent activity. It looked like officers were running into that building right there.
Which may be why they were moving Aaron back. Aaron, did you see people running behind you just a moment ago? I know you were on camera, so it may have been difficult.
I did.
past this?
I did, and right before I went on air here, actually, we saw several Rhode Island State Police cruisers actually pull up to the scene. That might be related to them actually getting to that area. But as you mentioned, we were first here about a half hour ago, and we were right up against where they were all kind of gathered in that storage unit facility parking lot. And since then they have just moved us down here. They've shut off this road entirely to traffic, so it's clear they're really focusing in on this area now, just over the border here in New Hampshire.
Thank you. Stay right there if you can, and we will come back to you. Of course, stay safe as well. Lisa, you're right. As he was talking, it was tough because it was sort of in the shadows.
Right,
but it almost did look like there were people moving quickly.
Right, and that happened, that activity happened truly like 60 seconds after they moved Aaron back. So we've been wondering why there seemed to be such a lack of urgency there, and perhaps this was a necessary wait before moving into that storage unit.
Absolutely, and we've seen over the past 24 hours such a big difference in the investigation, which we all thought had seemed to have stalled, and now all of a sudden got very, very hot. We already now know that there is a connection between the Brown University shooting and the shooting of the MIT professor on Monday night. We know that the police have identified the suspect. They have the identity of the person. They know who they're looking for. They obviously have been tracking that person all day. There was a second person they put out his photo yesterday. And they wanted to know whether or not that person had any information or could tell them more about the suspect they were searching for, and they may have actually gotten some information from that person.
Just going to ask our producer if I can, is this a live picture that we're seeing right now? All right? So this is taped right now, and do we have live images? Okay, so that's important. We're told that police are asking us not to show.
Right.
But if this were an incident, and we've seen this in the past where maybe a suspect takes their own life and they know that there's no threat, then they don't ask that. So from being told that we shouldn't be showing live pictures of this, there's at least the possibility that this is unresolved.
Right, that they may not know at this point whether this person is still alive. I mean, it seems right now what they don't know is exactly what they're dealing with in there.
Right, and obviously, we don't want to just show anything about what they might be doing that would tip off anybody that might be watching this and could actually, convey that information to a suspect. So they have to be really, really careful about that. But you can see that this is very, very active, and it's been very active for the last 24 hours.
What's interesting, if now we're going to go to the ground pictures here, and we've been describing a situation in which police are there. They don't seem terribly alarmed, but again, you can never really tell how far away they are. But they're not also just kind of standing around. You notice in one of the images, several people were standing behind their police SUVs. At one point, it looked like one of the officers sort of was in a stance where he had, appeared that he had his weapon in his hand. So again, completely unresolved, but it does seem clear now. And just to sort of set the scene again, this is the extra space storage facility on Hampshire Street in Salem, New Hampshire. Salem, New Hampshire, just off the highway.
Cheryl, give us a sense, because you were with Boston police at the time of the Boston Marathon bombing, and the coordination that had to take place for that manhunt in Watertown was unlike anything I think any of us had ever seen. Using that as an example, what is happening with these officers right now? In other words, if we were to guess generally, this is a staging area and someone is in command of these officers and their movements?
Well, you can always tell that there are different areas and there are different perimeters. So some of these officers may be at a perimeter that's nowhere near where they're searching. Others may be right where they're searching. So it depends on exactly the location of where the officers that are assigned and where the actual activity is taking place. And everybody's job in that coordination is really important.
So there are layers, essentially, of law enforcement leading right up to the point at which they believe they're going to be confronting the suspect.
Right. And, this suspect they know is armed and dangerous. He's already killed 3 people and, shot 9 others. So they're going to be very, very careful in this case. And so that means that they want to take every precaution possible and make sure that whatever they are doing, they're protecting themselves and the public.